welcome to another episode of Anime and Beyond. I'm Deb. I'm Noah. Let's just start that.
No, we can do that.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, reviewing another episode of The Rising of the Shield Hero.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. This one wasn't as serious, we kept saying that, as the previous episodes, which was nice. It didn't feel like a filler, but it was close to it.
Yeah, that was the first one. It was the first one. Yeah. For the beginning of a series, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And there was still we were still discovering things, learning things.
There are absolutely new things in there.
So first, I guess, the episode opened up with it looked like a queen of another country. There was a spy giving you information about the heroes and specifically the Shield Hero. So that's interesting to see who that is. We haven't seen the queen of the kingdom we've been following.
Yeah, there's no story saying what happened.
The throne's been empty there, so.
Yeah, we don't know if they split up or we don't know what's going on.
We were talking about like, is this the queen? Did she? Yeah. Is she just
It always. I'm theory. I'm thinking maybe that the queen might be good, in a sense, like for the Shield Hero, and then maybe they'll talk about that in later episodes. Yeah. And I'm thinking the king is kind of against, and maybe that's kind of why there was a split, because they both had different views of certain things, and they didn't agree or whatever, and then just I don't know.
Yeah. So that's definitely something we have to keep looking out for. We saw the spy that was talking to the queen. We have seen her before. We've seen, or at least that uniform before. Like they seem like an Black Ops person, but yeah, we've seen that in the first episode when Naofumi was getting kind of kicked out of, not of the kingdom, but because everybody was like looking down on him, like, okay, you need to get out of here. We're not going to throw you in jail because you need to prepare for the war, the waves coming. Mm-hmm. But one of those spies were there listening in, so they definitely seem like they're going to be something involved with the rest of the series.
Yeah,
sure. Look out for them. We saw multiple people in this episode defend Naofumi and his group.
That was very cool to see, because it's finally like everybody's starting to become on this side, especially the people in the town. Mm-hmm. They were starting to like say like he's the only one that stood by and helped us. Yeah. Everyone else left. Yeah. And it's like, Maya comes on back and starts to little snake, causing drama, and they're like, nope, not today. We got his back today. They're just defending him. She's like talking about how they're gonna change how things are, the cost around there. How they're gonna
at a toll.
Just
to get in and out.
Just to get in and out. Not even to stay in 100 silver.
It was whatever it was. It was 50 times, I think. 50 times what it costs to stay in for one night with food included. Yeah. Which
only costs like 1 silver.
Yeah, so it was like 50. The total was like 50 silver or something like that. And it's like insane.
It was outrageous.
But Naofumi kind of like said to Motoyasu, he's like, do you even know how much it costs to stay here? Blah blah blah.
He's like, nope.
And he's like, yeah. And then we had this.
And that just shows you, Myne is just got him in a plex or a hex or whatever.
Yeah, he came in there looking like he was all big time, like, oh, they're gonna love me ruling this area. No. And then we saw those spies come down again. Yeah. Which was interesting because Myne's reaction wasn't like, oh, who are you, or looking down on them.
Exactly.
Kind of looked like a little bit of fear.
But also like she knew who they were.
Yeah.
That was quite interesting. And then they were saying, like, we have a letter for you. Mm-hmm. And then she reads it, and then the scene changes. It's like, hey, we challenge you to a race. So it's like she knows. So it's like she knows that either one. Well, I think actually it is that she knows that he is going to be in charge of that region, that town, and she wants to duel him for it.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. The letter might say from the queen. Yeah. That he should be responsible, because you wouldn't. If it was already mine, why would I challenge you for something that's mine? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. So that's awesome. We keep saying interesting, but it is. It's interesting.
It is. So. But then they go racing, and My back to our roots once again. No surprise, and no surprise over here now. It's by this time you should know that Mai is this kind of girl. She's that.
It looks
that
like
person.
a snake and it moves on the ground like a snake.
And then what is it? A snake. It's a snake. It's living those 22 shoes.
I enjoyed the bird. I thought like the whole scene of the bird growing and them feeding it. I thought that was like gonna be like a couple weeks past, and then like in 2 days the bird's like the size of that other dinosaur.
Yeah, we didn't see like a level of the bird. I don't think.
Yeah, I
but
didn't catch that.
Yeah, I heard Naofumi talk about like her being at a certain level, and that's why she was grown. But I don't know. Anyway, during the race, you could see that Myne was sabotaging Naofumi again, and finally she gets her just desserts because those ninjas, spies. They finally caught her. They were like, yeah, that wasn't Naofumi, and that definitely wasn't that raccoon. So it had to be one of y'all. And so it was like, you know what? We'll be back next time after these messages. You know, it's like, or you just got caught red-handed.
Yeah.
So just admit it next time. Just admit it next time. But yeah, it was. I felt a little joy, right there. You know, right there when I heard that she got caught.
Yeah.
And this is because not only that, but it's just like seeing that things are starting to change for Naofumi. Like he's not always seen as the bad guy. Things are actually seen as like, okay, maybe Naofumi is not the bad guy that he's been perceived to be. Now he's actually the actual good guy, you know.
Yeah.
So.
And then like at one, he didn't want to do the challenge, but the people in the city were like, please, we need this, and he did it. And then at the end, when they're offering him the reward, like we're collecting the money, he's like, I don't want your money.
Yeah.
I don't want to take your rebuilding money, which again shows that he's a good guy, and instead they end up taking that cart.
Yeah, you can tell he has a sense of respect and justice. Like, you know, I'm not gonna abuse you. I know that y'all don't have much money to begin with, and y'all need to build such and such, but you know, I'm not gonna take money from you, but since you promised me a reward, you know, I'll take something. And then he takes the cart.
I mean, throughout the whole series, he's been empathetic to other people, even though he's been like trying to be cold towards other people. I mean, we saw Reptilia in like the second episode when he told her to get up and to stab that monster, and then she's like, no, she couldn't do it. He's like, fine, forget about it. Like he knew that the same type of looking beast killed her parents.
Yeah. And
then with this as well, and then he ended up taking the cart, which they can do this trade business now, which will come in handy since we saw at the beginning of the episode, Spear Hero got 4,000 silver coins or however many coins, and then the other two got 3,800, and then he got 500. Then they took it away, trying to take that away and then give it back to him eventually. But he still is making like less than 7 times what the other heroes are making.
He's making the most of it though.
Yeah. So.
That was.
He keeps getting cheated out. The first paycheck they got, he got more, but then it got stolen. And then the second pay was lower, and then this pay was lower as well. So then they tried to take it all away. But
towards the end, man, I don't know why they always do that.
A little.
Yeah.
Turn it into a person.
Yeah. It's just.
Yeah. At the end of the episode, we saw Philo, the bird, transform to some.
Basically, like a little, looked like a fairy.
She got little wings.
Yeah. But yeah.
Another magical
I've seen in the title in the beginning when they're playing the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Of her being in there with Naofumi and Reptilia, so I'm just interested to see how she would play a role with like fighting, because Naofumi was talking about how he didn't want Reptilia to be the only one fighting.
Yeah.
He wanted someone to help her. But she was like, you know, being the grown adult she was, you know, she wanted to be like, I can handle it myself. Like, I'm gonna take the burden off you. So. And
we saw her grow, Reptilia grow so quickly, and we saw the bird Philo grow so quickly. It's gonna be interesting to see if the new like transformation when she's now a little girl, how quickly she'll grow.
Yeah.
Too. So.
Very interesting.
I think that's all we had.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, comment down below. Like, subscribe, whatever.
Yep.
Share.
Yep.
And be sure to let other people know about us.
Yep.
Other than that,
see you next time
Yeah,
for Anime
episode-
and Beyond. I'm Noah.
I'm Devin,
And,
and we'll see ya.